Hi, I'm Ankna and I'm here with a DT called Submission for Art Attack, and it is a store on Zibbet, and it is owned by Shetown Tracy. And here I have just altered some boxes, and these were basically the mobile cases or the mobile boxes, the packaging in which your mobiles come. The bottom one was for S4, this one was for iPhone, and this tiny little box was a watch box. My husband's watch came in this box, so I just decided to turn them into little pretty trinket boxes. And before I start explaining, I just wanted to show it to you, the entire project. Just like so. And so basically I just painted all these boxes in black, and then I used Graphic 45's ladies diary paper by Pretty Papers, and I just distressed all the edges, as you can see, and I also used some sand and paint for more distressed look. Hope you can see that all around. And then at the back I just punched some holes and did a crisscross binding. At the back, the bottom one and the top one are with a ribbon which look like a mesh, and the center one is a braided ribbon. That was a bridal ribbon, so I used that for the center one. And I did a lot of fussy cutting in this project. So basically I just pieced the papers to fit around the brim, and then I just used this glue and seal from Rangers, and I just rubbed it all over the papers, and then I just spritzed some alcohol ink and some sprays from Ranger from Tim Holtz. Hope you can see that. I just sprinkled it a little bit to give it a touch of mixed media, and then I applied this glue just to seal everything in place, and so that my papers are protected for a longer time. And basically for the boxes normally which you get are like, you need to open it like so. I mean, they just flip open on the top completely, but I just took the cover or the lid of the box, and I just chopped the sides of the top portion of the box, and I glued it from the back, and so that's how I made a box flip open like this. And then it was not closing properly, so I just decided to use some magnets, to hold things better in place. So if you open the bottom box, the top boxes will not open, as you can see, and all the boxes have magnets in it. So that's there. And then on the papers, then I used those papers, and then I started embellishing the box. So I just used some metal filigree right here, some metal flowers from Wild Orchid Crafts, and I just layered them, and you can see they're pretty dimensional. And I used a metal piece here at the back. Hope you can see that. And that was from Michael's. Then on top I just curled these papers and tucked on each of these sides, and then I had a metal filigree which was in square, and I don't have that in hand right now, I'm totally out of it, and it was from Wild Orchid Crafts, and I just chopped the corners of that metal filigree to make some tiny little corner pieces. because this box is pretty tiny, so I never wanted a big corner piece which will almost, you know, cover the paper. I wanted to keep the beauty of the paper, so I just used these corner pieces which I made out of a square filigree, and I you know, did that on two sides, and then the centerpiece I took and I just bent it forward, and then I placed it in the center in this flower arrangement, and then used a resin flower here. And then I used some tiny little blings in the corners and also on the filigree, and I also used my sand and paint over the metal embellishments, and then I used these door knocker kind of a thing from Tim Holtz just to pull open the boxes on all three of them. Then I have another metal corner piece. This one's also from Michaels, and I don't really remember the brand of it. So that's there in the corner, and then I have a little cluster of pearls right here just to glam it up a little bit. And then I have some tiny little butterflies which I punched out of Martha Stewart sponge, and then I just had placed some rhinestones in the center like so. And the last box also has some corner metal pieces with some blings. Then coming on to the side here, I have a fussy cut this clock, and I placed a rhinestone in the center, and I just used some foam tape to give it a little bit of dimension here. And then coming on to this side, I just used this Ladies Diaries fussy cutting from the paper line itself, and then I placed some tiny little rhinestones and the flowers, and then I used this, you know, I did some fussy cutting for this written coat, and it says style is a simple way of saying complicated things, and I just used Tim Holtz tiny little brads just to give it a mini suitcase effect, and I think that came out really cute. So that's there. And then at the back, as I already told you, that I used some ribbons and I punched holes in the papers, and then I just made it like a binding, and I have tiny little bows right here. And then here I have curled the paper up, and then I placed a metal circle filigree from Locket Crafts, and then placed a resin flower on top. And then here I have a Tim Holtz film strip ribbon coming down, and I hope you can see I have fussy cut all those little images from a 6x6 Ladies Diaries pack. They have those tickets, and I just cut one individual ticket and I adhered it to this tape using my Fabri-Tac, and then I just glued it all around this corner, which is coming down like this. And I just hope I can show you, you know, the tickets which were there, if I'm not out of those, because I've almost finished the entire pack in this project, the in and out of I think I am totally out of that paper. Oops, no, sorry, I have it. It was these tiny little images that I used, and I just cut individual tickets, and then I adhered it to the Tim Holtz tape film strip ribbon, and I really love the way it came out. And then I used a little tag from the paper line, and it says fashion, and I have placed a bling in place of I, the dot for I hope you can see that right here. And then the inside is also completely lined with papers like so, and I use some tiny little tags and fussy cut images of beautiful ladies right here. And in this one I used I'm sorry, I have a real bad throat right now. So I used this paper, I lined it with the paper, and then I have I'm sorry, and then I have a paper flower here which I made from the paper line, and this, the outer petal is from Wild Orchid Crafts, and this rose in the center is I made from the paper line, the papers. I punched it out and then I made it. And then on the last one, again it is completely lined with the paper, and then it has you know, 2 images from the paper line. Then for the base I have placed some Wild Orchid Crafts large flat back pearls you know, to just give it a tiny stand. So that's there, and I just wanted to glam it up a little bit, so I used some rhinestones and pearls and metal flowers and, you know, colors and stuff like that, so that I can place some of my jewelry or, you know, my craft stuff inside, just like so, as you can see. Or you can even use it to you know, keep your embellishments, your craft related embellishments. And I just place some of my jewelry like so. And I've made some chunky charms, so I thought it would be great to place you know, all these things. This is a bracelet, and it goes around like this, and it's really chunky, and I decided to, you know, place this in the box itself, this one. And I have also made, oopsie, this charm. And I use some create charms and articakes, like this was a create charm, and this was from articake, and the crown that I used here was from articake. So that's there. That's my tiny little project, and I hope everybody likes it. I hope Tracy likes it. And just wanted to give a last look from the back and all around the project. And please let me know if you have any comments in the comment section below, and if you like my video, kindly press the like button and subscribe button. And please also visit Art Attack. She has some really great stuff, you know, from Tim Holtz and Prima and Graphic 45, etc. So that's there. So thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.